This is Tank's Vlog for September 26, 2017, wrapping up the day in sports. The big news today is the NCAA scandal that was unveiled. 4 assistant basketball coaches were named in a federal indictment and arrested by the FBI. This scandal, what was released today, is just the tip of the iceberg. You have players and coaches and Adidas shoes involved here, agents. We don't know the whole scope of this, as there's been unnamed universities. The big speculation is that Louisville is part of this indictment. There's unnamed universities which have just been labeled University Number 6. And University Number 6, a lot of people have connected the dots to Louisville. And this is a program that has been rocked by scandal. It's under probation. You got hookers being brought out for players. Rick Pitino has survived a lot of scandals since he's been in Louisville. He will not survive this. The prediction here is before the season starts, maybe within even a week, he is going to be fired. And if Louisville is part of this scandal, they very well could be given the death penalty, because it's been non-stop for the Cardinal basketball program. It's no doubt that Pitino's ran a dirty program, and Hall of Fame coach, his career has now been tarnished. And when the full scope of this indictment comes out, when people start flipping, when people start testifying, we're going to see some big names fall. Keep an eye on this indictment. This is going to be huge. Baseball today. Chicago Cubs had a chance to clinch the Central Division, but fell short. They they were down 8-3, but tried to came back. They fell 1 run short against the Cardinals, as the Cardinals keep their faint playoff hopes alive. Rockies won today, so they stay They stay ahead of the Brewers in the chase for the wild card, which is where the true focus should be right now. They have a game-and-a-half lead, with the Cardinals 2.5 back in the wild card race. American League, Twins won their 5th straight today, beating the Indians, and they're just 1 game away from clinching. Either an Angels loss or a win will put the Twins into the playoffs. And that's remarkable, because last year the Minnesota Twins lost 103 games. They will be the first team ever to lose 100 games 1 year and make the postseason the next. If that doesn't say Paul Molitor Manager of the Year, I don't know what does. Yankees today won, so they're still in the race for the Eastern Division, with the Red Sox losing a rough game for Chris Sale. The Dodgers, they're inching close to getting home field advantage throughout the playoffs, which is what it is now with the that's going to determine who's home field now. It's who has the best record. Now that that silly All-Star game format's gone, the only other teams that could win 100 games right now, besides them, they've won 100 games, are the Indians, who lost today, and the Astros. That's an interesting race in itself. The Astros and Indians are only separated by 1 game for home field throughout the American League playoffs. Whoever wins the East is going to be locked in as the 3rd seed. Yankees or the Red Sox will be the 3rd seed, and the loser will be the home wildcard team. Diamondbacks, meanwhile, they now have secured the home playoff game, as did the Yankees today. So everything's getting settled. The dust is almost all clear. What's interesting right now is only the San Francisco Giants have a threat to lose 100 games this year, and the Tigers who have lost 8 straight. But each would only have to win 1 more game to avoid 100 losses. So we may not have a 100-loss season this year. Today's 3 stars are Andrew McCutchen, who had a big 8 RBI game for the Pirates against the Orioles. JD Martinez, who's got to be an MVP candidate for just his incredible second half after being acquired by the Diamondbacks. 6 RBIs today. And Eddie Rosario, who went 4 for 5 with 3 RBI as the Twins beat the Indians. Today's birthday shout-out goes to the greatest third baseman of all time, Michael Jack Schmidt, who turned 68. And we take a look back at something unique. In 1963, the second year Houston Colt 45s, as they were called back then, played a game on the final weekend of the season against the Mets, and every player in the lineup, all 9 players, were first-year players. Some were there all season, some came up in the middle of the season, and a couple of the players were just September call-ups. Pitcher Jerry Dahl was 17 at the time. It was his only major league appearance. He took the loss. Rusty Staub played in the game. Joe Morgan played in the game. Jimmy Wynn played in the game. Each of these players had big careers. Jerry Grody, who was a member of the 69 Mets, he was part of this game for the Colt 45s. So check out the full story at Barstool Sports, and of course at SportsEncyclopedia.com, where sports history lives. And today we have completed the update of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Check it out. Check out their picture gallery. And good day!